Today we're diving into a topic plaguing most entrepreneurs, salespeople, and marketers who reach out to me all the time. They often say things like, Patrick, my cold outreach isn't working. I've tried everything. It's not bringing me 10, 5, 3, or even 1 new client every single month. And when I audit their outbound efforts, I find a slew of mistakes costing them time, money, and precious resources. And you know what the biggest culprit sabotaging their efforts is? If you guessed their lead list, you'd be right. And time again, I see people drastically shortchanging the importance of building a good lead list. Too often, you all are just hastily putting together the biggest and cheapest lead lists you can find, which is a fatal mistake. And then you go and blast thousands of irrelevant cold emails to people who you think is your ideal customer, which not only burns your sending reputation to the ground, but if you're also doing a multi-channel outbound approach, it's also adding to the losses by wasting your time cold calling unqualified leads or sending irrelevant LinkedIn connection requests, which are already limited due to LinkedIn's rules. And think for yourself, when you're burning time and money on the wrong leads, what aren't you doing? You're not spending time on great leads, meaning the opportunity cost is huge. And what many fail to understand is this. In cold outbound, whether it's email deliverability, copywriting, a multi-channel approach, outbound software, follow-up strategies, or building a lead list, every single little thing matters. Every component is crucial in any company's sales process. Executed correctly, it's gonna bring you gold. But when mishandled, it's gonna bring you fool's gold. And this might seem trivial, but believe me, after building a $1 million outbound sales agency and now running a sales software upticks, I've literally seen it all. Poor cold outreach stats are a common sight, and list building is frequently one of the major issues, if not the biggest issue. So today's Cold to Gold video is all about ensuring you're reaching out to the right prospects and maximizing your conversions. Now let's dive in to give you some actionable advice. When it comes to list building, one of the key steps is creating a detailed persona. If you're not familiar with personas, they're essentially a way to segment your lead list based on specific variables like location, job title, company size, industry, company tags, that kind of stuff. But not just technographic and firmographic data. For each persona, you should work to understand their actual problems and desires, what they want to solve and what they want to achieve. For instance, check out this 15+ page persona report we generated. It's a line-by-line detailed listing of everything you'd need to ensure you're targeting the right prospects. Industry, company size, job titles, and yes, problems and desires. All tailored for each persona. The goal is to target your ideal prospects, not just any random person. And with the recent changes coming to Google and other email providers, we now have to be abundantly thorough about who we're reaching out to and with what message that we're actually reaching out to them with to avoid issues with the email gods or the personas who have no interest in your product or service. So instead of blasting emails to thousands and thousands of people, we're gonna hyper target our outreach to get much better results. But this means knowing who your ideal prospects are, their job titles, locations, and other relevant details, as I mentioned. And you can do a lot of this research right in ChatGPT as well. It's not that hard, so use AI and technology to your advantage. Just give ChatGPT your website URL and have it analyze it and start asking it questions about your personas. Or you could try using upticks and our ideal customer profile report to get a comprehensive analysis of your ideal customer profiles and personas with sales outreach campaign ideas. Which brings me to our video sponsor today, who is of course none other than yours truly, Upticks. And today I've got a special promo for all of you. You can get 20% off our software for the first 3 months when you subscribe to a plan. Just use the code COLD2GOLD1123. But as you know, good things don't last forever, and the offer is only good for the first 5 people who redeem it within the next 7 days. Okay, so back to the content. Once you have your personas figured out, next we need to separate the personas into subcategories, a process known as cohorting. This isn't that hard, but what you need to do is segment into as many audiences as possible. So instead of lumping everything together, you have a list for, let's just say, marketing and advertising industry at companies with, say, 1 to 10 employees who you're targeting, the founder. And if there's enough leads, you want to use keywords as well, because marketing and advertising is broad. So you might want to segment for, let's just say, maybe SEO, design, or paid ads professionals in that audience. The more granular you can get, the better. And once you have the list dialed in, you want to test different copywriting angles for each cohort. And your messaging should be very, very specific to that cohort. For example, let's say we're selling a cold email service. Your target persona might be CEOs of companies with fewer than 20 employees, let's just say with more than 2 sales reps based in the United States in the coaching services industry. We're gonna export these leads, load them into a system like Upticks, launch different campaigns to see where we get the most engagement. Because before we dive into the deep waters and try fishing for insane amount of customers, we wanna see where we're gonna get the nibbles from. And again, since Google is always changing their spamming policies, we have to test with low volume anyway. And ultimately what we wanna do is perfect our messaging, and we want to perfect our process that we're using. And essentially with the cohorts, what it's going to give you is feedback. When you launch a cohort, you're gonna learn some stuff. When you launch another cohort, you're gonna learn some more stuff. And in every cohort, we implement a few minor tweaks and changes. And as time goes on, the fewer the changes we make, the better, of course. Because we can isolate variables and figure out where we're getting results or what's really causing the results to improve. So that's a little bit about personas. So now the question is, where do you find the best leads? Well, data is abundant nowadays. You can get it almost anywhere. There's hundreds, maybe thousands of different companies providing data, but you gotta make sure the data that you're using is valid. And make sure that you're revalidating emails at least once before you enroll people into your campaigns. But if you don't want to handle this part of the process, you can use our Sales Up services, where we'll build your lead list, write your cold emails, and do a whole bunch of other stuff for you, because ultimately you don't want to destroy your domains and inboxes and have bad email deliverability, which, as you know, isn't getting any easier. And then deal with the aftermath of an empty pipeline. Nobody wants that. And you can apply these strategies to anything: cold emailing, cold calling, LinkedIn outreach, or any other social platform. And it just works, period. And again, this strategy might seem deceptively simple, and that's exactly where many people falter. So don't fall into the trap. Remember, it's often the simple things that elevate us to new heights. P.S. Remember, no matter how compelling your copy is, how high your open rates are, or how sophisticated your outbound tools are, if you're not building the right list and reaching out to the right people, it's all in vain. The key to success in outreach lies in this precision targeting. Everything else hinges on list building. Now that's all I have for you in today's video. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, smash the like button if this was helpful, and consider subscribing to the channel for more content on sales and outreach. Then join over 4,000 sales pros who use Upticks to grow their sales. And if you don't want to do 90% of the work, then you can check out our Sales Up services that I mentioned. There's links in the description to learn more. And remember, there's nothing more sales can't cure. Money loves speed, so let's get some.